The Supreme Court is making some decisions that's upsetting parts of the country.
This decision is an outrage.
I was reading in the Word today something that Paul had written down about examining the scriptures, and I think it correlates to what the Supreme Court actually does and is doing for our world. So I want to talk about all that today, but first we got to go to Rev Table.
Are these black-eyed Susans, or what'd you call them? Sunflowers.
As we were saying, the Supreme Court, they are part of the justice system. They're part of the justice side of our three-tiered, three-part separate, what's the words I'm looking for? Our checks and balances system. They make sure they protect the rights of the people from legislation or from the executive branch to say, are these laws just? And they do this by a document or series of documents and established principles. I thought that was stinking amazing because they go back to their original text. They go back to the Constitution and they compare it to now and they say, are these laws constitutional and is it for the best will of the people, best for the will of the people? Words today. I think that's so relatable because that's kind of what we do. We go back to the original text and we say, is this what God intended from the beginning for my life? Very relatable. Hey!
Could you help me with something? So I tried to be nice and mow this before I got here early. Are you filming me?
No.
Hey. I tried to be nice and mow this, but I tried to slip my mower past the air conditioners and it got stuck in mud.
Yeah, I guess.
So
What do you mean?
I think I just need a push. Oh, you want to go look at it? Use all of it and mow it because there's no way to get this.
How do they get it up here?
I think they use a regular push mower. I don't have one of those because I have one of these.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I did good, huh?
Bro, that thing's coming down. You want to go forward with it?
No, not forward, back.
Bro,
Dude, it did
You're gonna
not
get your
look.
shoes all nasty.
It didn't look like that.
No.
It looks dry.
Hey, he's coming to be helpful. And my wife says, Jason's out there mowing, and my first thought is, no. I can't even walk in it. He's gonna get stuck.
When you look at it, it doesn't look like it's wet.
So he's trying to be helpful. He's trying to honor Pastor Kurt and mow the yard so I won't have to do it.
Real quick, this is his livelihood. This is the machine that he uses every day. So the stakes are high right here, but I'm going to give it a 50-50 as to whether it falls off that thing or not. Might as well frame it up nice, you know, if we're going to push this thing off a cliff. We got it. For real, I thought we were going to be praying for the resurrection of crumpled metal. Thought that thing was going over for sure, son. Overboard! Got it, it's done. It's fun to catch things like that.
I'm all in, so take it to the heart. Willing to give it a shot in the dark. Already written in the stars. Oh, yeah, we just get started.
Alright, so after 50 years and over 60 million deaths, it's finally overturned. Roe versus Wade is finally overturned. What's interesting to me is that we can return to our right minds. That concept of no matter how bad it's gotten, how rotten this world gets, when we get on the same page with what Jesus wants, we can have our minds restored. And you can already hear the opposition flaring up. Guess who the opposition's target is? It's the church. It's the believers, whom they call radical right-wing ideologists. And I guess to their point, that's true. Life matters, that it has value, that we're going to cherish everyone who's made in his image. And we're unwavering on that. I'm really, really inspired by a handful of people who represent the rest of us, that they formed a majority, they stood for something. They didn't have to relook at these cases, but they chose to relook at these cases and find that they're unconstitutional, that they don't represent the rights of the birth of the human lives as they redefined this time around, that human life begins in the womb, just like where God said it did. I knit you together in your mother's womb, and before you were, I knew you. That's incredible. That gives me such hope. So if you're praying for a prodigal that's out there, take heart. It's been 50 years for this thing. And for all of you who prayed for over 50 years for the abortions to end, thank you so much. It's awesome to live in a day like I get to see something overturned in this magnitude. The fight's not over. and the accusations are rampant. What's going to happen with the kids who are birthed out of all this, the ones that are going to go up for adoption? Will the church stand up? I think when Jesus shows us who he is and who we are in him, I think you're going to see a beautiful, radiant church. I think you and I are going to stand up and do what needs to be done to reflect the glory of this amazing King. Jesus, thank you for bringing us back into our right mind. We're grateful. I love you guys. Hope you enjoyed today. I'll see you in the next one. I'm out.
Yeah, we just get started.